Hello, are you here to debate?
Yes.
Okay, what's your name, age, and pronouns?
Anna, 30, she, her.
Okay, Anna, what topic on the board did you want to debate about?
I guess slightly more question or clarification, I guess, than debate, but I have been watching your streams a bit, and I'm still kind of figuring out my thought process on some of this. Like, I still don't feel like I understand the difference between gender and personality. Like, I know I'm a cis woman or cis female, and I definitely identify with being feminine, but I also know there's a lot of masculine women out there, and even my own husband who is a cis man, he's kind of a feminine guy, and that's just kind of his feminine personality. So I still don't understand the difference with being like the gender identity and different gender personalities, I guess.
So, okay, so this is going to probably be a bit longer winded of an explanation, but I'm going to try to describe it the best I can. Personality is going to refer specifically to how you, as an individual, uniquely feel and think about any given thing, regardless of any other cultural thing. It's going to reference specifically you in general, whereas gender talks about you in relation to social categories and in relation to social behaviors, traits, and norms. So, like when we say somebody's gender is woman, for example, that's going to be talking about them in relation to the traits that are typically assigned with women in any given society, right? Now, what that relation looks like will be different to each person, but there still is that said relationship. Whereas if I'm talking about like you personally, your personality doesn't have to be tied to anything gendered. It doesn't need to be tied to even feminine or masculine things. It would just be how you as an individual uh, uh, respond, react, engage with basically anything on an individualized level. If that makes sense.
Not exactly. I think
Okay,
I'm still kind of
sure. What was confusing about it?
Okay. I guess going back to the like examples is just like I think maybe it's kind of figuring out the like the identity part of.
Okay. Can I try to let me try to do an analogy. Think about sports. Sure. Think about sports. If I were to talk about gender in relation to like football, gender would be whether you're the Giants or the Eagles. That would be your gender, right? Your personality would be like what position you play.
Okay, so what you're saying is that they are like just separate, right?
Yeah, I mean, gender can be tied. Yeah. There are a lot of people that like tie in their personality to their gender because it's their identity. So because that's their identity, they want to engage in that identity. And you can even say that it's like that there are some people who make their personality X, right? Like if I meet somebody and all they ever want to do is talk about performing in a Rocky Horror Picture Show Shadowcast, and I'm like, why is your whole personality tied into that, right? So there are some people that can tie their personality into their gender, but their personality is going to be a much more specific thing that encompasses all of who you are, not just your gender, you know?
Okay. I think I'm seeing a little bit of what you mean, because it's like, I don't know. I kind of think of like people who are like slightly more, I don't know, when I think of personality, I feel like the big personality traits we kind of think of are like introvert and extroverted. And it's like some people, it's like,
so one of the things is I disagree with like a lot of personality charts, but personality is so much more. It's almost impossible to boil someone's personality down to one thing because it encompasses so much.
Yeah, and I think that's why I think like the only gender like critical argument I feel like I kind of still maybe, I hate to say buy into, or maybe just stumps me, is like there are two sexes and multiple, like infinite personalities. And I guess it's like, not that I, like, again, I know intersex people exist and that's a whole different thing, but more just kind of going off of the like, separating gender and personality.
The problem is if you were gonna, you have to think about this. If somebody is gonna make the claim that like gender is a personality, what they're saying is, because woman is a gender, is that all women act the same, and that women is a personality trait. So women just all like, people might find this this to be a disingenuous response from me, but like, what are you essentially saying? We're there, like when people are saying, well, there's sex and then there's personality. So are we saying that women all have this like, to me, this is why I like the sports analogy. We can all play on the same team, right? Like I can play on the same team with a lot of different men, but our play styles will be different. The positions that we play will be different. How we hold the ball will be different. So there is something that connects us, and that's the team. But like everything else, we're going to be so vastly different on that. I don't know how we can even make this claim that gender and personality are like the same.
Okay.
Can gender be I will say again, gender can be an aspect of your personality, just like any part of your identity can be, but it's not a stand-in.
Yeah. And it kind of what I was getting at, I think, with when I brought up like introvert or extrovert, like I'm not saying like, I think that's the thing we try to think of as like very binary, but it's like two different introverts can be also like someone being introverted being like very, that's like their whole personality is how much they hate people and like being alone and love being a loner. But then there's some people who are just, hey, I just burn out easily in large groups, but I still value my social connections. And that part of like personality, even though Myers-Briggs has like issues in itself, is like can be shown differently, as well as it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe, sorry, I think I'm bringing in other things, but it's like, I guess, yeah, maybe just the defining of gender or defining of personality is just difficult to grasp as just cis woman, like, or a cis person. You're just like, how, I have no idea what your experience is going to be like, because like, you know, like I can't, and I guess it's just kind of trying to accept that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let you move on. I know this topic has been done over and over again. I think, yeah, the personality thing was just one that I just always stumped me, and
I get you.
Itching at my brain a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Please consider liking and subscribing for your daily dose of debates. I post new videos daily, so make sure to hit that notification button so you know when a new one drops. Also, shout out to my YouTube members. Membership starts at $2.99 and helps me to continue making content for all of you. Also, shout out to my Tier 4 members, Gib5500, Ovaltine, Sylvia Snow, Bamji, Kelsey K, Kelsey Dooley, Jake Gorshender, Marceline, Matthew Holloway, Kazim, Vampy, and Yemye. Thank you, members, for your support.